Good morning, student. Welcome to Jnana Bharati Junior College of Science, Gurgaon. Dear student, in the last lecture, we have seen the first unit. In that unit, we have discussed the phenomenon of the surface tension and the circular motion, rotational motion, so on. So today we are going to start new unit, that is the second unit. Unit second, kinetic theory of gases and radiation. So this unit is divided into the two parts. First one is the kinetic theory of gas and second one is the radiation. Again in this unit we have to see the thermodynamics, laws of the thermodynamics. So here kinetic theory of gases, while considering the gas, we have to come across the different states of the matter. So here the first topic of this unit is the states of matter. As earlier we have seen, there are the three states of the matter. States of matter. So here are the three states of the matter. कितनी states हैं? Three states. कौन-कौन से हैं three states? First one is the solid state. Second one is the liquid state. And third is the gaseous state. Gaseous states. So we have here the three states of the matter: solid state, liquid state, and gaseous states. Here is the first state, the solid state. Solid state. Why it is solid? Every matter consists of the number of the smallest particles. The smallest unit of the matter is called as the atom, which is discovered proposed by the Dalton's theory. Means here every matter of the substance is made up of the atom, that is the smallest units of the matter. And when two or more atoms unite together, combine together, it will form a molecule. So here in the states of the solid, in the solid states of the matter, means here is the substance having the definite shape, size and volume. Therefore here it will have the definite shape, size and volume. Means your solid state, it will have a definite shape and size and volume of the substance. Therefore here the interatomic spacing, means here the space between the two atoms. These are the number of the atoms in the states of the solid. So here whatever is the distance between the two atoms, atom 1 and 2, means this is the interatomic distance. Interatomic distance in this case of the solid is very small. That is the order of the 2 angstrom unit. Means here the interatomic distance. The second point is that in the case of the solid state, it will have the definite shape, size and volume. Second is the interatomic distance. Interatomic distance or the separation distance between the two atoms is very small. Interatomic distance is very small, that is having the 2 angstrom unit. Here the angstrom unit means it is the measurement unit for the measurement of the wavelength, that is the 1 angstrom unit. 1 angstrom unit can be that is it will have the 10 to the power minus 10 meter. So here the atom have the size of the 10 to the power minus 10 meter, means the 1 angstrom unit. 1 angstrom unit. This is the size of the atom. Means here the atom having the size of the 10 to the power minus 10 meter, or we can say that is the 1 angstrom unit. So here in the case of the solid, the interatomic distance distance between the two atoms is the very small. That is having the two angstrom unit. Therefore, here the interatomic forces between the two atoms or the more atoms is very high, is very strong. Therefore, the solid can be, that is compact in size, having the definite shape, because here the interatomic spacing is very small. That is the order of the power minus, that is the 2 angstrom unit. And again here the interatomic forces is strong. Due to that forces, the atoms of the solids are tightly bonded together, therefore giving the definite shape, size and volume of the solid. So second state of the matter is the liquid state. Liquid have the what? It will do not have the definite shape and size. Do not have. Don't. I am writing it. Don't have the shape. Don't have the definite shape. Don't have the definite shape and size. But we will have the volume. Definite volume. Definite volume. होगा. Definite volume. So the substances which can flow easily, that's why it is called as the fluid. We have seen that. So the liquid state of the matter is the substance having the definite volume but don't have the shape and size definite. Therefore here the interatomic, number second is the interatomic distance between the two atoms of the liquid are larger in comparison to that of the solid. यहाँ पे जो मैंने स्पेसिंग देखा था, in the case of the solid, it is small था, it is the very small. But in the case of the liquid, suppose we have taken the liquid in a container, then the interatomic spacing between these are larger in comparison to that of the solid. So यहाँ पे जो interatomic spacing है, ये ज़्यादा होगा. और ज्यादा होगा तो इसका मतलब क्या है? The forces will be weaker in comparison to that of the solid state. Therefore here the liquid can easily flow. Therefore the liquid can easily flow. So got it? So liquid having the substance, having the definite volume, but does not have the shape and size definite. Interatomic spacing between the two atoms is larger in comparison to that of the solid. Therefore here the interatomic forces between the two atoms of the liquids are weaker. Therefore they can easily flow. It means that the liquid can easily flow on the surface of the ground or the surface of the table or the on the any other materials or the substance taken. Number third is the gaseous state. Number third is the gaseous state. So here again this is the third state of the matter. It don't have the definite shape, size and the volume. मतलब क्या है? यहाँ पे don't have definite shape and size, but have definite volume. Definite volume. Definite volume. So here this is the third state of the matter. Having the definite volume, suppose we have taken the 1 kg of gas, then 1 kg of gas is the volume, but here it is contained in a vessel of the 1 kg meter cube. Then what is the amount of the gas is poured contained in the volume of the flask of the 1 meter cube, that is the volume. It takes the volume of the 1 meter cube. Therefore it will have the volume, definite volume, but yet the shape of the gas will be changes as per the container change or the vessel change. Means it will take, means both here the liquid and the gas will take here the shape and size of the container. Shape and size of the container. Again here the second point is that the interatomic separation. The interatomic separation or the interatomic distance between the two atoms of the gases are again very larger. Therefore here the interatomic distance is larger. Distance is larger in comparison to that of the solid and the liquid states. Again here the number third point is that the intermolecular, interatomic forces or the intermolecular forces is interatomic forces. Interatomic forces is very weak. Is very weak. Very weak. Interatomic distance is very large. That will have the again 10 angstrom unit of the order of 10 angstrom unit. And we have seen here the 1 angstrom unit is equal to 10 to the power minus 10 meter. 1 angstrom unit. Therefore, the interatomic distance between the two atoms having the order of 10 angstrom unit. Means the separation between the two atoms is very large. As they are the very large at a distance of very large distance, the forces between the two atoms, it means that the interatomic forces is very weak. Therefore, the gas can again have the very low force between the two atoms, and therefore the gas can easily flow. Okay, so these are the three states of the matter. Number one is the solid state, second is the liquid state, and number three is the gas state. We have seen the three states of the matter. The next topic is the Boyle's law. So now here, Boyle's law, right here, considering the gas contained in a vessel at a constant temperature, then suppose second one is the Boyle's law. Boyle's law. Now consider here the gas contained in a container. This is the gas. Having the definite volume. इसका volume कितना है? V is the volume. M is the mass of the gas. The mass of gas. क्या करें हम कैसे करते हैं? M is the mass of the gas. V is the volume of gas. P is the pressure of the gas. T is the temperature. Now we have considered the definite amount of the gas having the mass capital V is the volume of the gas which is contained in the container having the volume V. P is the pressure of the gas. यहाँ पे जो भी प्रेशर यहाँ पे लगता है ये क्या हुआ आपका प्रेशर P. Again the gas is contained at a temperature of the capital T. That is the temperature. Then there is the relation between the three physical quantities: pressure, temperature, and volume. These three physical quantities of the gas relates to one another. The relation between these three quantities is given by the Boyle's law. Therefore, here, according to the Boyle's, the statement of the Boyle's law can be defined as, can be stated as, that is, at a constant temperature, if we keep the temperature of a gas is constant at a particular value, then here, the mass of a given mass, the mass of a given gas, means a mass is a capital M, M is the mass. Then volume of gas states that the volume of gas is indirectly proportional to inversely proportional to the pressure P of gas at constant temperature T. Means this is the statement of the Boyle's. This is the statement of the Boyle's. Means if the constant temperature, if the temperature is kept constant, then for a given mass of gas, its volume is inversely proportional Means here is the inverse proportion between the volume of the gas and the pressure of the gas if the temperature is kept constant. So this is the statement given by the lawyers. Is at a constant temperature, the volume of the gas is inversely proportional to the pressure of the gas. Again we can write this Vp is equal to constant. ऐसे भी ले सकते हैं Vp is equal to constant. Again this is the alternative statements of the Boyle's law. So this is the first law given by the Boyle's. Means for a given mass of gas, the volume of a gas is inversely proportional to its volume if the temperature of the gas kept constant. So this is the statement of the Boyle's. The second one is that remember this statement P is inversely proportional to the pressure at constant T. This is called the Boyle's law. The second law is the Charles law. Charles law. Charles law. So this is the second law about the gas. Charles law states that at a constant pressure, in the previous case, in the Boyle's law, we have kept there the temperature constant. But in this law, that is the Charles law, we have to keep the pressure constant of the gas. So here again consider here the what? The gas contained in a vessel or the container having the mass m, V is the volume, T is the temperature, P is the pressure. But if the pressure of the gas is kept constant and here is the temperature of the gas, then there is the relationship between these three physical quantities. Then the Charles law can be stated here at constant pressure, the volume of a gas is directly proportional to the temperature of the gas. कहाँ पे? Pressure kept constant at constant pressure. So this is the statement of the Charles law. The Charles law states that at a constant pressure on a given mass of a gas, its volume V is directly proportional to the temperature of the gas. So this is the statement given by the Charles, and therefore it is known as the Charles law. Now third law is the Gay-Lussac law. So here the third law is the Gay-Lussac law. Again we have considered here the gas having the volume V, pressure P, temperature T, and mass is m. Therefore here the Gay-Lussac law, Gay-Lussac law states that again at a constant volume, the pressure of a gas is directly proportional to the temperature of the gas. What happened? In this law, the volume of the gas kept constant. Means the pressure will be forced to change with according to the temperature. But when the volume of a gas V is kept constant, means here P and T will be changed. When the V, that is the volume of a gas, does not change, it will be remains constant. Suppose we have taken initially the volume of the gas is 1 kilogram or the 1 meter cube gas in a vessel is taken, then whatever may be the amount, whatever may be the volume of the gas must remain constant throughout the experiment, throughout the observation. It means that volume remains constant. Then in this case, the pressure which is exerted on the gas is directly proportional to its temperature. But when the volume is kept constant, this is called the Gay-Lussac law. For a given mass of a gas, the pressure of the gas is directly proportional to its temperature at a constant volume. It is called as the Gay-Lussac law. So in this topic, we have seen here the three laws. Number first is the Boyle's law. Second one is the Charles law. Number third one is the Gay-Lussac's law. So I am writing here the three laws, statements of the three laws. Number first one is the Boyle's law. The statements of the Boyle's law is that is V is inversely proportional to the pressure. Inversely proportional to the pressure. Second one is the Charles law. Charles law states that V is directly proportional to the temperature. Number third one is the Gay-Lussac's law. Gay-Lussac's law. Again, this is the P is directly proportional to temperature. So here are the three laws. Number first, number second, number three. So we have here the three statements in the mathematical form. That is, V is inversely proportional to the pressure T. V is directly proportional to temperature, and again V is directly proportional to temperature T. So, observing all these three equations 1, 2, and 3, we have to state a single statement. That is PV. PV means this will give you the Vp or PV is equal to some constant. Therefore, here the one single statement, that is PV is directly proportional to the temperature T. This is the one common statement, one single statement from all these three statements. That is the PV is equal to or PV is directly proportional to temperature. Therefore, again here that is PV is equal to some constant R into T. Means here the R, capital R, where this capital R is called as, that is universal gas constant. Universal gas constant having the value of 8.314 joule per Kelvin per mole. This is the universal gas constant 8.314. Means here PV is equal to RT for the 1 mole of the gas.